You know, we take the money out the white man's pocket one disc at a time. I don't ask white people if they want DVDs because they call the police. I look at people that have been in jail, so I know they ain't gonna call the police if they don't want them. And then when a black person says, you can go to jail for that, I'll be like, you been sold out, nigga. Talking about what the fuck I'm doing. Taking money from who I'm taking from. You act like your welfare check getting cut because of this. They can cut food stamps by 20%. And the way they did that was they act like the government shut down. And they said, you know what, if we just take 20%, niggas gonna be mad. So you know what we gonna do? We gonna act like we gotta shut down, and then they gonna be like, oh, the government broken. We be like, you know what, we you know, to open up, we gotta cut this by 20%. All right, go ahead and cut by 20% so I can get my food stamps back and shit. And then when they cut it by 20%, they're like, oh, you know, they broke and stuff, you know. But if they had to just cut it, they'd be like, these motherfuckers been cutting my shit by 20%. It's a mental game. It's like if it's like motherfuckers be like, what's the deal? I'd be like, I got 4 DVDs for 10. They'd be like, oh, give me 5. I was like, nigga, I could have told you $5 a piece. And then, but since I like you today and you black, I'm just gonna give you 4 for 10. You've been happy. But since I came with a straight deal, you try to rob me. Fuck you, nigga. But you're gonna go spend $10 with the white man for 1. Get the fuck out of here. All right, cool. So it's Black History Month. Y'all know that shit. 28 days. They say, yeah, Black History Month got the shortest days in the month. And they sure do. But let me tell you some history, right? Julius Caesar, right? He changed Quintilius, which is the 5th month of the year, to July. So Augustus said, you know what, I want my own motherfucking month too. So he changed Sextilius into August. And August only had 30 days, so he said, you know what, let me grab a day for February. And then, because February used to have 29, then it became 28, right? I'm gonna read this shit in the encyclopedia, right? But then I try to tell black people that we got more than damn 28 days, because we got 28 days in this month, right? But then we got Black Friday, that's 29. They say Jesus was black, so Christmas and Christmas Eve, that's a half a day, because you remember we used to have half a vote, so we got half a day. So,
you get one present.
So that's like 30 and a half days right there. And then, shit. You know, we gonna take New Year's too, because can't nobody party like us on New Year. You know, and then we got Martin Luther King Day too, so we got like 31, you know, really, but we got a couple of days in different months, you know, because we trying to intrude on that white man. We gonna jump in your month. The only reason they didn't give Mexicans a whole month is because they can't afford for them to be off work that long. They already know we ain't working, so they give us a month. They made sure we wasn't gonna work. I want to let everybody know that Abraham Lincoln ain't free no damn slaves. And the craziest thing about us being free is that we didn't do that. It was done to us. So how are we free? Emancipate doesn't mean free. Look it up. The only reason Lincoln freed the slaves was because the North had all the factories. If you look in history in the 50s, they had all the factories, tire shops, and this, that, shit, and the other. They had all the factories in the North. The South had all the slaves. So the South can beat them at any price because they had all the slaves. They got free labor. So the North was like, shit, if you guys don't free the slaves, then we ain't gonna make no money off our factories. And they said, we ain't freeing no motherfucking slaves. And then Abraham Lincoln was like, well, I'm freeing the slaves, but he didn't have no control to free the slaves in the South because he didn't have no control of the South. So they were still under slavery. Anyway, it was economics. He freed the slaves because the North would have went broke and bankrupt. It was an economy thing. Anyway, that's some quick shit. All right, and then I wanted to talk about this deaf girl I was talking to, right? I was talking to actually, I wasn't talking to her, I was texting her because you can't talk too much, right? So they have sign language, right? So I'm texting her ass and shit, and I was like, man, I want to take her on a date, right? But I was like, you know, I can't take her to the movies because the movies ain't got no subtitles. And I'm like, shit, you know, so I was like thinking, like, where can I take her? Where can I take her? And I was like, oh, bam, I'm gonna take her to a mime show. And then I'm gonna have to ask her what they talking about. Like, what they saying? It was crazy, right? Because the deaf girl told me, she's like, I got a bruise on my leg, right? And I was like, she was like, I was walking in the bathroom and I slipped on some water. And I was thinking, like, when she was in the bathroom and there was a puddle of water, she was probably walking and somebody's like, watch out for that goddamn water! And she was like, bam! You know, right? And then I was like, whoo! Because she wouldn't let me touch on the booty because I think it was close to her booty, right? And I was like, fuck. Then I was thinking about a deaf girl. I was like, once a deaf girl turns her back on you, there ain't shit you can say to get her back. And everybody always asks me, you got any kids? And I say, no, I ain't got no kids, but I got a lot of tissue pregnant. I said, I'm expecting a twin box of Kleenex next month. I say, jacking off feels so good, I don't care if a girl turn me down in the club. Shit, I take a photographic memory, I got 38 gigs, so I take a picture of her and all her friends, and they be in my room tonight, loving me, making noise and shit. Anyway, that's been my time, Black Power. Ray Ray's my Black name, Black History Month. Miss Arkansas next.